This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons like Chris, Sarnai Hema, Metalligo Phaleon, Scry De La Rosa, Jojo Chaos, Ariel, Courtney, Daimos, Sprocket, Christoph Haas, Centra, Casey Schaefer, Bobby Forbridge, and Omega Cat Comet. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Ayorsians. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 55. I'm the Keel Bravestone.
Not episode 55.
Is it episode 56?
It's episode 85.
It's 80. Oh.
You're only 30 off, my dude.
Okay.
Welcome to 2015, everyone. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm not. We're not doing this again. Welcome to episode 84. 85. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm joined by Rollo. Wait, this is the wrong order.
Why
Yaspot, Rollo Des, Mela Vanadar.
Hey.
What a great start. This is how you know it's gonna be a good episode.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Today, our top story today, of course, is the Yoshi-P Stroll. He walked around on servers, dropping some sick beats. He dropped some information about your patch about Eureka. Sorry, I'm fucked up. About Eureka. Mostly about Eureka. That's the most interesting parts here, but there are also some other tidbits that we will discuss.
Like minions.
And in the great discussion today, of course, we can't not talk about Eureka, so we're going to discuss what would make Eureka perfect. Now that we've had like 2 weeks-ish with Eureka, we can make a more educated what's it called? What did I try? Opinion? Educated opinion. Minimum eye level today is Hullbreaker Isle. I literally just finished that. It's like hot off the press. So I haven't looked through it. So it's probably
that's not a good thing to hear.
Yeah. So
perfect.
I just finished like while the wait screen was up, I posted Remnants of a Realm to patrons. So hey, patrons, your Remnants of a Realm is out. And I also had to finish minimum eye level today because Roar was delayed. So this one was made in like 2 hours. So look forward to it. I've chugged 2 energy drinks today, so I'm gonna pop during this episode. Okay, and we'll also read MogMail. So do remember to send us MogMail at speakersxiv.com/MogMail. And in the post show today, Alamigo, Rollo is our lore master today. Also want to mention that this is the first time that we are streaming exclusively on Twitch. Just want to point that out. So if you're looking for YouTube it's not there. So if you have any YouTube friends, let them know that we're here. Okay. Some channel updates. As I said, Roar has been posted for patrons today. Normally we would premiere Roar on the show when it's like out, like when it's finished on the day the podcast is aired. That's not going to happen today because I need to load it up, and I'll die if I have to do more work here. And there will be changes to Patreon. I have more or less decided that it's time to post the post show on Patreon. I don't know if it's going to be exclusive, but I think it's going to be exclusive at first, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Also, I stopped posting minimum eye level on Patreon as early access, but I'm going to do that again. And the podcast will be early access now as well, posting the day after the podcast now. So That's good. Let's see if I can keep that promise. We'll see. I'll post an update on Patreon with more information tomorrow. Thank you very much. Whew. Okay, let's talk about 14. And let's talk about the Hatching Tide event, because that's happened.
I didn't do it.
Oh my god, you are the scum. You're the filth and scum of the earth. Rollo just did it.
For the podcast.
Yeah, Rollo did it while I was doing show notes.
See, I was logged in, so I could have done it.
Yeah, Spot.
I
Yeah,
heard it was garbage, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, Spot. What are
I'll
you...
do it. I don't play this game anymore.
Okay, so
I'm a raider and a crafter.
let's break it down. It's not much to break down. It's and also we're not going to talk about the story because there's very little story, but I know some people will get upset if we spoil the story. But basically there's have you done it, Mala?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a point where there's a mini game.
Very good.
The minigame is actually pretty hard the first time. Like, it's yeah, but there's a specific reason for it, because the controls are very confusing at first.
Yeah.
It's like, here are the controls, and they show you mouse, keyboard, gamepad.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but do I use them? But I use mouse and keyboard. Do I use both? Apparently you don't need to use the keyboard at all. You can just use the mouse. So it's, I mean, I like it when they do that, when they make like tiny, like 8-bit games. And this one is like a 2D platformer. So
Yeah,
platformer.
it's like a runner sort of game.
Yeah.
If I knew that, I would have given it a shot.
Yeah.
You'll unlock it in the toy box afterwards as well, so you can play it forever. That's pretty much my login.
Kind of like the kind of like the maze one.
Yeah, but better.
Mm-hmm.
It's presented the same way.
Yeah.
Better than the maze one, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's way better, because the maze one is just like the Windows wallpaper. Remember that one? The labyrinth.
Yeah.
Also, like there was like 3 solutions, so it was pointless to ever do a second time.
Yeah. And then after that you unlock like this repeatable quest where you look for Easter eggs, and
that one was a bit.
you get the confetti.
They're really big on making us grind out like things in events now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like do this multiple times, because they did it for the Valentine's Day one too.
Yeah. At least
That's always been a thing, though, hasn't it?
It wasn't as much so. I don't think.
I don't feel like
the only one that used to be like that was the Halloween one before, and then the other ones are usually like you do a quest and you just get a mount as a reward.
No, you remember the which summer event was it? But it was a long time ago. The one where we turned the fish, and you can get all the fucking bikinis and all that, and they took a little while to get.
That was the last one.
Yeah, Moonfire.
No, not the last one. It was like it was 2015, I think, 2016. Where you make the battered fish in Lenosha.
Oh shit! Yes, I remember that.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that one, like that.
I made a
that
lot of
took some
money
work
on
to get
that.
everything.
On that event, I'll tell you that.
Shaved rolling berries for days.
So yeah, what do you think compared to what was last week? No, last year.
The egg minion mount thing, the egg mount.
Had to go
Yeah.
around.
They had Reggie.
Oh,
Had to go
yes.
around shocking the Spriggan.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Him. It was really spooky. I was scared.
Yeah, I cried.
Yeah.
We cried in each other's arms. It was really dark.
God, yeah, that was a
God,
nice time.
Yeah, it was pretty.
The best part of the Rising Tide, honestly, is just the music.
Papaya. Yeah, of course. The rewards this year was just a minion. It was a minion, and we talked about this. But yeah, how do you feel about the rewards this year? Because I mean, the best reward, let's be honest, is the chocolate, right?
There can't be a mount every single event.
No,
I know. But like,
I'm happy with my bitter dark chocolate Spriggan candies. I'm going to sell them for 200% profit.
I didn't
What
even
is the
buy
minion?
one.
It's a little jest, like it's like Ferdiad on an egg.
Yeah, a little
yeah, that sounds
chibi.
fine, I guess.
It's
I'm never
pretty
gonna
cool.
use it, but
Yeah.
I just that doesn't do it for me.
People pointing out that's a good point, because when you do that Easter egg thing, the cutscene seems to be different every time. I've never had a repeated. Well, then again, I've only done it like 3 times, but I only
did it once, and I had Mother Mune.
I haven't had her yet, so.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's cool then.
Yeah. Okay.
Might
let's-
actually do it a few times then. Just
It
to
was
see what
about
I
as
get.
good as the other Easter events. Honestly, they're all kind of okay.
Well,
Yeah.
if it
They're
didn't
not-
melt, if it
they're
didn't
not
melt, it'd be
offensive.
the same.
I think the
I mean-
events in this game don't really last long enough. It's not like it don't feel like a holiday. It feels like one day and then you do.
Oh, are you saying you want more Yokai Watch stuff? Because
Yeah.
or
That's
or
what I want.
or
Yeah.
at least they're sort of there with the Easter egg thing because it has the daily symbol, but it's not daily. It's just a
Yeah,
repeatable quest. If they
dailies.
made that daily, gave you remember the Starlight, even though
Sure.
I didn't really like that one, but the Starlight one where you like every day had to do the
Yeah.
thing, that was
Oh yeah, that one was
something.
quite good. Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't do that here, but hey, whatever. And the reward is only the fucking egg confetti. So, I mean,
Yeah.
not a great incentive, is it? They could have added some chocolates to that, hey?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk
I've already
about...
bought 999. So.
let's talk about Yoshi-P. He did his... he did, I was about to say annual, but he does it more often than that. He just, when he like visits servers in Japan, and answering questions, he gave us some information about Eureka, what's coming up in Eureka. He said that Eureka's first goal was to reanimate. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say that what we're reading from is from Reddit, and it's the writing it's not grammatically correct, all of the stuff here. just FYI.
These are
So
fan translations.
yeah,
so.
Eureka's first goal was to reanimate right after the launch of an MMO.
Does that mean like the feeling of when an MMO just
Yeah.
launched?
Yeah.
It sort of did that in a way.
Yes.
It's not terribly inaccurate.
Yeah, I mean, Eureka's full of people now, so it's like
Yeah.
a lot of people haven't.
Mhm.
Even like, I mean, yesterday when we did a stream, someone just said that I haven't seen this many people since Stormblood launched. So
From people wise, yeah, I think it is doing a good job of recreating
Yeah.
like the amount of people in one place.
mhm.
That being
Yeah.
said, there's not like people aren't doing quests together and stuff like that. It's
No.
just, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
feel like in that respect, it doesn't really feel that way.
No.
But sort of in some ways as well. Like you will run through and see a small group on their own doing something.
Mhm.
Like you might. And then
Sometimes
Dude,
you do.
I've
yeah.
seen a lot
but
of
often
people.
it's just the train.
I've seen a lot of people like looks like they're erping.
Sorry, what?
Erotic
What?
roleplay in Eureka, is that a thing? I see a lot
I
of
haven't
like
seen any.
shirtless Mikotes and Mikote girls.
Well, that's everywhere.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
how-
like,
that's how Mikote's the
but
world.
they would go like off to the side, not fighting anything, and just looking at each other, and I'm like,
Well, you got to do something while you wait for everyone else.
you
to spawn
can't
the
even
MM.
contain
Yeah.
yourself in Eureka, for God's sakes.
Listen, some slutty cats went to this island and they're like, we gotta fuck right now.
Yep, it's true.
Okay, just let me
That's
know if that's
how
a
else
thing, and also how do I get into it? What?
How do Mikote become the dominant species? They gotta fuck everywhere.
That's true.
Mm.
Oh, that was that Rollo's jet just passing
No,
by?
that was someone driving by very
Oh,
loudly
oh,
with their
okay.
loud exhaust.
We have yet to actually hear the jet pass during a podcast episode.
They don't fly on podcast days usually.
Oh,
So
how convenient.
Yeah, it was very.
Thanks,
So
lucky.
now you know when to strike, everyone. Russia.
Now you know when to strike.
Strike on Saturday, Southeast Virginia.
Oh my
We're
god,
open.
you're going to jail now, Rolo.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so a very interesting tidbit was that Eureka will get an update in patch 4.3x, which means like the next patch
Oh.
will have the next map.
Well, that's sort of relics are every patch as well, aren't they? So you'd expect something.
Yeah. Though, again, well, it says an update in patch 4.3x, and then it just like says that the
yeah.
next Eureka area. This is a translation. We don't know if they're related at all.
It's entirely possible we do get the next zone, but I'm kind of not banking.
Wouldn't
on
it not
the
make
next
sense
patch.
though?
I
Like-
think we will.
I think Eureka. We've already talked about Eureka being delayed, and that
Mhm.
as a result, everything that you get from it is like,
I mean,
outdated.
I get what you're saying, and it would make the most sense for 4.15, 4.35, and 4.55.
Yeah.
Would make the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think there's going to be 6 maps though in total.
no, there's not going to be 6 maps. Are you joking me? You
I
think
think-
they're
I
gonna
mean,
start-
I think there might be one for each element.
not within this expansion pack. You think they're going to start pumping out a zone every patch?
I mean,
right.
remember
Yeah.
they said that
I know.
they would probably push it to push the patches to up to 0.7.
But if there's 6, well, that's if they do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which they haven't said they are doing that yet.
No, but
for
they
sure.
said it. So I'm like,
They said
maybe they
it's
were
gonna be
thinking
on the
like,
patch cycle.
we need to get all the
Possible. If-
Eureka maps.
You think that's the reason they would do it?
Who knows?
Of all things?
I don't
No
know.
I
way.
don't know.
I mean,
No way.
I know for certain, I'm pretty fucking sure that the reason Eureka was delayed was because they had to increase the stack size. Because
Mm.
that would be a fucking, imagine if it came out before that. It would be fucking hell. You'd have to like empty your inventory like every 5 minutes. So it seems like they put a lot of effort, like a lot of stuff just depended on Eureka.
The fact that there's no way there's 6 maps. There's
Well,
enough
I know.
patches.
I
They
mean,
would have to be
time
putting
will
more than
tell.
a map in a patch. There would have to be 2 maps
Well,
in one patch.
They
in order for them to
put a
get there.
dungeon every map, so it's like no every patch.
You-
So
That's not even remotely the same.
all they need is
thing.
just an area, put some mobs and some fates.
Yeah.
It's not that easy, dude. What do you
I
mean?
think it probably is.
I mean, I
think
don't know
that's
how
enough.
far they are in the other maps. I don't know how
Otherwise,
this works.
Why would they have done this one specifically for wind? Rather
I mean,
than,
no,
like, dual
I get the
elements or
whole, I get
something?
the argument for sure. But I don't think that it's necessarily gonna need.
I mean, also,
Like-
let's be real. It doesn't mean. I mean, Eureka is not bound to Stormblood. It can continue
Yeah.
on
That's
until the next.
that's where I was gonna
expansion.
go. That's
So,
where I was gonna go with this.
uh,
Is that I think if there's 6 maps, it's very likely that the next maps will come either after Stormblood or in some other way. I do not think that all
But it
6
can
are going to
still be-
come out
oh, no.
between now
No,
and
no.
3.55, 4.55. Sorry, no way.
I mean, okay, what if the development of like the locations was front loaded, and like when they were making Stormblood, as in the maps are for the most part they're done. Like
Mhm.
they've made them. They just need to do whatever else they need to do to make it work in game.
Yeah.
But like like I could see that totally being a thing if they front ended the development, and it's
Oh.
just like
I'll put it
I
this
don't-
way: with the pace we got relics before,
Mhm.
you think we're going to get 5 more entire steps of Eureka
Yeah.
in a year and a
Don't
half?
know. I don't
In
know.
a year and a half.
I mean, Eureka's system is kind of like different, so I don't know how this. I mean, look at the weapon; it's 355. Like, what if they just add like 5 item levels in each like map?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, to be honest.
No, for sure.
If they did that, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't know. We'll see when the patch comes out, I guess. But anyways, he says that the next Eureka area, and then there's a censored word, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 asterisks.
Apparently, that he just put that there to like it was like blank. He just meant like the next step, Eureka blank.
But do you
is what
think
meant
he?
by that.
Are you sure
He
he
didn't
didn't?
censor it?
Okay.
No, he didn't censor it.
Words will
Oh.
replace animals. We'll have a few new functions and gameplay elements added to it. So I'm pretty sure that the name is going to be, an element.
Yeah.
And he hinted at something you
There's-
can do solo as well.
The names are out there already for the.
I've seen Reddit
potential
been
elements.
theorizing.
It's just like Greek. It's like what is? I think it's just the
Whatever is
named
Greek, yeah.
elements.
yeah.
So what do you guys think it's going to be? What element?
I think it's gonna be.
Lightning.
I think the next 2 are gonna be fire and ice,
I'd like that.
and that's the only 2 I think we're getting. I think we're just gonna get fire and ice, and then we're done.
Wow. Interesting.
You you think we only get 3 maps? Okay.
I think we get 3 total.
I'll note it
But
to
then
the
if
log.
we get the next 3 in the next expansion, it's going to be very jarring to go from like item level 380 to like 455 suddenly.
Yeah, almost as jarring as 290 to 355.
Yeah, I suppose. But
That's pretty fucking jarring.
I think it'll be lightning because you can sort of see the lightning-y.
It's possible. I mean, the only reason
There
I just
is
I
an
don't even know
active
why, but-
volcano, so that would make
That's true.
sense. But there's also the thundery area that you see that's like got this like artificial like suddenly like straight line, which sort of
Yeah.
suggests that it's been like chopped off because there's another map.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't know how they would do an ice world, right? On a
Underground caves.
maybe. I mean, they could do that because I mean this is a tropical island, so
I mean, how do you do an Earth world either? Is it
then
just
again
a
it
desert?
snows there too. I just
thing,
realized.
That could also be underground too. It's like a cave system or something.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Makes sense.
Like I'm sure they could be like, I don't know. Here's a fucking frozen tundra random place with little islands.
You also see the ice area. You do? Okay. Well then, could be either of them then.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe. I might have taken.
I haven't seen that. Big news. Something everyone wanted. Level sync system, so players who started late can catch up.
Yeah.
I keep reading though, because it's not what you think it is.
No. This was first reported. So everyone thought, oh, it's the level sync system from Final Fantasy XI. Of course, that's what they're doing.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
No, he said a Magia board level sync, where your Magia board is also synced during Fates.
Wow.
So he just made it worse.
Wow, that sucks.
Nice
He
one,
didn't make it worse, but it's not.
I mean, I guess
how is that not make? Well, I guess it syncs up
because
too. Yeah.
So basically,
No, it doesn't sync
like,
up. It syncs you down, so it makes your damage worse.
Right, but that's the whole point. Is so people who are catching up can still get credit.
They can join.
So the NMs will
They can join
take
it. So
fucking
it's-
forever.
No, that should take a reasonable amount of time.
They're planning this so
Yeah,
NMs
yeah.
don't die in 10 seconds when you have players with 4 to 5 Magicites at low level Fates.
I've linked in Discord a picture that I took on the first
I can't
day when we did
open
it.
Discord here, my
But for
love.
anyone who wants to look at it,
Yeah, so that's Yas
the
and
icy
Rollo.
bits.
Oh, okay, that is the icy bits. That's the ice
Keep me
castle.
out. I can actually have it open in another window, I guess. Oh yeah. That's not funny for. What did you? Okay. Thank you, audio
Still
listeners,
without
for
Eureka.
still tuning in, despite being a very visual podcast. This isn't even visual because only we could see that.
Yeah, I was like,
So, and this I think is a good point he's making. If it make it too convenient, Eureka will just turn into another / the usual Final Fantasy 14. So they will need to find a balance in between.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Surely does not have it now.
No, there's no balance. I agree with that. It's a bit heavy on the 11 side right now, and not even 11. I mean, it's kind of like a bad 11. Like it doesn't have the level. We should probably wait to talk about this in the great discussion, I guess. But
to me, for the whole like convenience thing, and it being worried about turning into the usual Final Fantasy thing, I think the easiest way that's avoided is by doing new things.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, Fates and doing farming monsters isn't a new thing, so of course it's going to feel stale if you do it for too long.
Yeah.
'Cause you're not doing something new. Palace of the Dead genuinely had nothing new technically when you look at it. It didn't really have anything new per se. It was just randomly generated maps, right, and then a unique leveling system. But the leveling system wasn't different in any way. You just leveled up faster.
Yeah.
In a short amount of time, right?
Technically,
there was nothing new, but the fact that it seemed different and it wasn't like you go into a room and kill Fates, then Palace of the Dead would have sucked really bad.
Oh, that would have been good, yeah.
So I think it's more. I think they're looking at it the wrong way and should probably be looking at it more as in like we need to figure out how to get new feeling things in here, even if they just feel new and they're not actually new. But having something other than Fates and stuff, even if it's not the focus but is supplementary, I think would go a long way for making it not feel as stale and as like classic Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's they need. Yeah, they'll looking at it. They'll find a balance one day.
We really need to look at it. That's for sure.
Okay, Rollo. So the next hot fixes that are planned for the end of March, which should be next Tuesday then, I guess, will be the lockbox adjustments. So you'll get less fireworks.
No.
No more. Well, you'll still get your Mithril Eye logos, but there'll be.
Thank God for that.
It would have been a riot if they removed them completely. Again, what are they for? What is the practical use of the Mithril fucking Eye logo? Can I please get an explanation?
It's for intense journalistic roleplay.
It's the dumbest shit in this game. And there's a lot of dumb shit in this game. But I have never been more triggered in my life than getting loads and loads of 1.0 fireworks. That's just a spinning logo of an
Why are you so focused
imaginary.
on the Mithril Eye? Why not the Harbour Herald?
Because I keep getting more of them. They're everywhere. They're like I have hundreds of them. They keep coming. The Mithril Eye. I don't even read the Mithril Eye. Who's behind this? Who made it? How do you make a spinning logo? They don't have advertisements in that. Is that what it is? Is it advertisement?
It's an advert.
Why in their lockbox?
They're like showing this off to people. Look at my Mithril Eye ad that I got.
God, yeah.
Remember to read the Mithril Eye.
Boxes.
Fucking shit. Fuck. I hope the Mithril Eye burns to the ground. I hope you lose all your readers. Fuck you.
He
Anyways.
doesn't mean it. Anyone who reads the Mithril Eye, it's a great publication.
I agree.
I drank 2 energy drinks before the show. I'm sorry.
He's exploding.
There's too many. There's nothing more. I also discarded my red mage barding and by accident.
Look.
And it's and then I had to open some loot boxes and I kept getting Mithril Eye. Sorry. Can
we just say this is a man who is very angry about getting Mithril Eye, but has got every single possible thing from the lockboxes that's rare. So he's completed the collection now.
I did eventually, but God, how many Mithril Eyes I had to go through to get there. And the Charlian can... Oh, don't get me started on the fucking wardrobes, because I have a thing or two to say about that too, but we're going to move on. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. Okay, I don't know if I can move on. Here we go.
Sounded like me for a second there.
Another thing they're going to fix is adjustments. They're going to adjust. They're going to include adjustments to identifying animus crystals to make it easier to turn animus crystals into inferior crystals. Because whoa, that's a bad system, isn't it? That's a bad system they got there. Who thought that was a good idea too? To just do one by one. Sorry, why am I so aggressive and angry about everything?
We don't know.
We talked about Mithril Eye and it just triggered everything. I'm sorry. No, yeah, because right now you have to do like one by one, like animals crystals. I'm turning into orange. Oh my god, we're gonna get the reviews now. It's gonna be Dear Lukeal Bravestone, 1 star. You don't like the game, obviously.
I love this podcast, but Lukeal Bravestone needs to take a break.
He needs to take a break. Anyways, yeah. So hopefully they'll make it so you can like maybe 10 at a time. I don't know. They should definitely
or just pick the number and then it does it.
That would be good too. Yeah, just like when you sell something on the market boardish.
But I think the reason they do it one at a time is because each one has an RNG chance of producing an X number of results, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they could just tweak that to like.
Yeah, they could, and they
shouldn't be too hard.
You can see why they've done it.
Yeah.
So let's just give them a break, Luca, because you've already been digging into them.
Okay,
they're people too, you know.
He watches this weekly, and he's probably crying right now.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm sorry, Yoshi-P.
Glass of $4,000 wine.
I'm sorry, Yoshi-P.
Spilling on the carpet.
A tragic image. Okay, so apparently they've received a lot of requests for the death site from Final Fantasy XI to be implemented in 14. So for those who didn't know, that was basically a very OP weapon they added for Dark Mage, because Dark Knight, because Dark Knight was bad, and then they just gave him that, and it's just for.
Oh no, that wasn't even intentional.
No, was there like I never really understood what that was, but was it
somebody
just an error?
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody just made.
Did they leave it there? Because they did. Yeah. So that's 11 for you. We made a mistake. We'll keep it there.
It was a crafted weapon that was basically just as good as the end game weapons at the time, and it was so far below it in level.
If you were a Dark Knight and you didn't have that scythe, you were a fucking loser.
Working as intended.
I've heard somebody explain it for people who play 14 and have never played 11. It's basically the equivalent of having like your crafted 320 weapon be as good as your Kefka Savage weapon.
Yeah.
320, not 350, like 320.
Yeah.
Or even below at times. So
normal quality.
Normal quality, yes. Normal quality.
Okay. So that's all we heard about Eureka. I think. Is there anything else you want to talk about Eureka before we move on to the other stuff that's there that he talked about? Or do we? I feel like we've.
I'll do it one day.
Yesterday when we played it, it was sucked.
I'm level 19 now. I'm level 19.
I'm level 9 as well.
I'm level 19 and I just need the feather. So now I'm that annoying dude that asks for for Pazuzu. all the time.
Pazuzu!
Pazuzu!
Oh, I killed him today for the first time.
Oh, grats. Probably didn't
Wasn't
get
very
shit
hard.
from it.
It's just XP, yeah.
They talked about the minions. I don't think that's worth talking about. But
No, I'm good.
yeah.
More minions.
Now
It's also all stuff that we knew about minions already. They're like, there's 2 kinds of shoulder walking minions. It's like, well, no, obviously.
Yeah.
Where's the umbrella?
Where is the umbrella?
Word.
So some people have voiced their concern about Yoshi-P being promoted to executive officer, and they're like afraid that he's going to leave. I mean, we said when it was reported that of course he's not going to leave, and he told the company that he would only receive the offer if he can still work for 14, and they accepted that condition, which is a pretty ballsy thing to do because that's a very high level position. It says that it usually takes 30 plus years to or even higher in a big company like Square Enix to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So
we should probably say too that it's still more of an advisory position. It's not like
yeah, of course.
It's not an executive full-time thing. It's just like, well, these are good people at the company that do good work. Yeah. So we want more like that.
Yeah.
God, it'd be great if he does do it because he can direct all the money to 14.
I don't think he has that much power.
And then they've got the manpower to produce 6 Eureka maps within patches.
What a dream.
Sure.
What a dream.
Sure.
So that's that. A very curious, very Japanese question, I guess, or answer or whatever. Being able to see your underwear during the falling phase in Byako was not intended.
What?
Apparently that's a big thing in Japan. People keep talking about, oh, kizzy panties. It's a very Japanese thing.
Sounds all right.
Yeah. I think someone said that his Lala is ugly. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yes, that's my favorite.
and one dude that was with him, Hayashi, which is his name is Death Sight. Hayashi, is he the one who made the mistake?
He's the one who made the Death Sight. Yes.
Oh my god!
They just
his
shamed
parents
him for
loved
life.
him.
He's shamed for life.
Not only did he make the Death Sight, he also agreed that his Lala was ugly, and Yoshi-P said,
"Well, I agree too.
I'll kill you." But it also turns out that his private character is actually an Aura.
Well, we knew that because he said. Remember he said back in the day, he was like, I'm super into Auras. I find them super hot.
True. That was weird. That was weird.
He said that. Yeah, he said that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, Yoshi-P, you can be weird. We'll let it slide.
We'll stab you with our horns by accident very frequently.
Yoshi-P also said that the dev team they leave right after work to go play Eureka, but Yoshi-P probably not. But Yoshi-P himself cannot play Eureka because he feels guilty after the rollback issues.
Because he knows it's bad. He doesn't have fun either.
He doesn't want to get
he's got an excuse.
Yeah,
I think they're all just making excuses. They're like, everyone totally plays. I would, but I can't or shouldn't. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm so sick all the time after work. I can't play the new amazing game mode, Eureka.
Just drink too much wine.
I'll just spawn myself the Animus weapon. It's fine.
Also, I just want to point out the person who said that his Lala was ugly. What kind of comment is that? Like, I mean, isn't that a weird thing?
Comment.
A legitimately smart comment. Yes.
I mean, it's people on the internet.
I mean, Lala. Yeah. Okay. I guess.
Listen, you know how many people tell me my Elzen's ugly?
Yeah.
He deserves it too. He's a wallfell. He's the scum of the earth, so he deserves it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Ellen.
Well, let's not talk about that one. Is there anything else worth talking about here? They will talk about the next Ultimate fight in the next live letter. That's coming up soon. We'll know what the new Ultimate fight is. We've speculated what it could be before. It's impossible to tell. We don't have any hints. I mean, he did mention Titan as wanting to, like, that was supposed to be the first fight.
It's not gonna be Titan.
And Titan is always going to be like a contender for one of the Ultimate fights because they really wanted Titan at one point. I think that would be cool. But I don't know how they would do his, like, how would they expand that fight any further? The arena would have to be like the size of a pin. Like
Yeah.
Well, and just a 15-minute Titan fight, I don't think is possible. Remember when they said that they were like, Titan Extreme is like a perfect encounter, and we don't think it can get any better. And that's the reason why I think they're never going to make it.
I've just thought of a way of making it better. So instead of it being one small arena, it's lots of small arenas you have
I've
to
heard
jump
people say
between.
that,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people said that.
That would be
Oh, God,
interesting.
that would be,
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
be good, wouldn't it?
What if it is just the three
Warring Triad.
original primals?
That crossed my mind as well.
Though
but
we've
then, well, then
kind
it would
of
be-
already done it
it would
with
be
Just
Ultima.
make it Ultima.
Yeah,
It would be
Ultima.
Ultima, yeah. Ultimate.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they're crazy enough to do that. Just like Ultimate. They love their fucked up titles. So
Proto Ultimate.
Ultimate Proto Ultima. Ultimate.
Oh my god,
Featuring the
make it
Ultima Warrior.
happen. Make
Featuring
it happen.
Ultima Warrior.
I'd
Guest
like them to add
appearance by
something
Ultima.
new.
Okay,
I want to do like Sapphire Weapon.
yeah, but that's a new. Do you think they will
Exactly.
make a
I want them
new
to-
They're
one?
not making nothing new.
They
No.
won't make it.
They
I
said
want
that-
I could see them making like a new encounter, like I don't know. I could totally see be like, oh, you're gonna fight Gaius and all.
You guys are
that,
getting
like,
carried
in the
away.
14th
You
Yeah,
guys are
now
just
you're
going together.
okay. You're not even
You
on,
guys are,
on
thinking-
this.
you guys
They're
are
gonna
saying
make a whole
6
new game.
Eureka maps. You guys are talking 6 Eureka maps and brand new Ultimate encounters. You guys are insane.
Oh, I'm not on that
Listen.
train. I'm not that crazy. But
it can happen.
yeah.
There's
Alright.
the same resources still there.
Okay. I mean, yeah, guess, but no, dude, you'd have to like design a whole new like
Steps of Faith Ultimate.
I do
Oh,
think-
God, no.
I still stand by. I think the
Osmo is-
original 3 Garlean officers would be a good fight as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
I would love to see.
It's nothing new. I mean, it's all stuff we had before.
Yeah.
I was only saying that if you think that they were going to make like a new models and new encounters, like
Oh,
a new
I
zone in
mean-
place fights, I'm like, no
Uh-uh.
way.
I mean, they might make a new arena. That would be my like best guess or something.
Maybe.
but-
I mean, they did make Golden Bahamut, but that's about all they did.
Yeah, well, that
Mhm.
was like just a reskin of an existing model. So yeah.
Exactly right.
But I mean, did we have any update on like Ozma? They talked about that too, wanting to make.
I mean,
Perfecto.
could be Ozma. Yeah, it's
That would
possible.
have been
Mm,
because it can like teleport you to other places, so that would make sense. 'Cause
Ooh, that would
Yeah.
be awesome.
maybe we'd
I
get some
think, yeah, I do
lore.
think like one of the interesting things about Ultimate is how little we know. And,
Yeah.
like it could genuinely be anything. Like
Yeah.
everybody has their ideas, but like they haven't kind of. It's so far removed from the rest of the game that unlike a lot of stuff, we can't say, well, this is most likely. This is most likely. It could be literally anything.
Yeah.
It could,
Manchimut.
it could just be Zervon.
What if they just
Like,
they
for all
went
we know.
bonkers with it, and they said Raubon at Ultimate will be a thing,
I mean, it could be.
Oh.
Like genuinely,
And-
it could be. That's the thing.
and the story's just like, I challenge you. Make come one final duel.
the Tawny, but Ultimate.
Grand Melee
Yeah.
Ultimate.
That was so fun.
Mhm.
I liked that part.
Yeah.
Ah.
That would be
Like
too
24
ads, I don't
man.
want it.
I mean, Ultimate isn't tied to lore either, is it? It's just like you
No.
do
No,
that,
not at
so
all.
they can do
No.
whatever.
They
the
can
fuck
literally be
want.
anything.
Yeah.
It can be. It's a dream match. It can be
Mhm.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
To be fair, so is Savage, but
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true.
Um,
And all the extremes.
yeah.
somebody's mentioning 24-man ultimates. They actually did mention that they wanted to do. I think was it Circus Tower or was
Circus.
it Labyrinth? It was Circus Tower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
were
can
like
live with that.
wanted to do one, but they couldn't figure out how it would work and everything.
God, that would have been cool.
Ooh,
A nightmare. It would have been
also-
That would have been a
Well,
nightmare.
no, it wasn't going to be 24 people. It was going to be
No, it was an 8-man, but it was going to be in
Oh,
Circus
oh,
Tower.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
never
I
mind.
mean, yeah, I'd be down for that.
It would be a real raid, like one where you walk from boss to boss and then
Yeah.
stay on that boss for a
Well, that's
while.
true.
And, oh,
The dream.
dream.
Probably not getting that though, but one can
we're
hope.
Fucking dream.
definitely not getting that yet.
Yet. The voiceovers, this is very like whatever. It takes 9 months. It's recorded 9 months before the actual release.
Hmm.
What voiceovers? The audio in game?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single voiceover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how a
So that
pipeline
sort
works,
of reveals
so-
that the patches are like they're really far ahead. Well, we knew
Well,
that.
yeah,
we
of
already
course.
knew that.
Of course, yeah.
They've
Yeah,
already
dude,
started
development pipelines,
outlining.
they got that figured out.
They've already started outlining the fucking expansion, the next
Yeah.
expansion. So
Well, yeah, because it's. I mean, they're probably going to announce it at FanFest, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy that we're
It's moving
already
too fast
almost
this
there.
time.
Yeah, it's too fast.
It kind of feels too fast, doesn't it?
But it isn't. So it's just A Realm Reborn just felt like it took it took longer with Heaven's Sword. Heaven's Sword. I forgot that Heaven's Sword.
Let's get a new expansion already. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This time I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a long way. I mean, it's not going to be out until like a year because it's usually a summer release. Yeah. So that's that. That's all we had on the news front. So are you panicking yet, guys? Because we've still got an hour left.
I never panic.
We could talk about Eureka for 12 hours if you want.
That's true.
Yeah, we get the Mog letters too.
That's true. Do we want...
And the whole breaker out, which is...
Yeah, that too. I don't know how long it is. I haven't actually... It's so fresh, I don't even know the length. So we'll save that until after the discussion. Let's talk about Eureka then. Because no one's tired of that yet. So the great discussion today. Eureka. What would make Eureka perfect? Because people have a lot of opinions on what's wrong with Eureka, what's not wrong with Eureka, and what it needs to improve.
That's a loaded question, isn't it? Implying that it's not already perfect.
We need to be everyone. Let's just all agree. Eureka is not perfect.
I don't know how I could
the opposite.
Dude, I don't know how I could agree.
Oh yeah. Also, is Pazuzu up yet? Does anyone know?
Yeah, we killed him earlier, so
Okay.
he's probably up right now.
So how long till Gales?
2 minutes.
Okay. Is Pazuzu up yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, when Pazuzu...
Looking for group Pazuzu. Looking for group Pazuzu. Red mage. Looking for
Level
group.
1 red mage.
Okay.
Pazuzu.
Level 1 red mage.
Level 1. Okay. So let's I don't even know where to begin, but let's talk about
The
just
weapons.
the weapons are okay. Well, I mean, that's the easiest one to talk about because I mean I understand, like, the thing that drives content in this game is the reward, like the carrot at the end of the stick.
We don't need a reward. There should be no reward.
Shut up.
The thing that sort of drives content in this game is obviously the reward, because if there's no reward, to me at least, there's no point in doing it. Like,
No.
I mean, let's be real, that's just the thing. So that's why we do roulettes, because we either want the glamored gear or from the dungeon, or we want the tomestones. That's why people raid. They want the best weapon, and that's why we should have done Eureka, because you want the good relic, which turned out it's not so good. I've read that you can get them very close to good if you meld them correctly. The white mage one is trash apparently. I haven't checked the stats on it, but I'm sure it is.
Admittedly, I'm pretty surprised. I mean, I guess there's less surprise for me now, but I don't think that the weapons are actually going to approach any closer to being good weapons, like base weapons, because of the 5 materia slots, which I think is very stupid because of weapon damage. Sure, the stats can be up there, but weapon damage is so important, and it's got such nerfed weapon damage in comparison. Like,
when it comes to stat weights, damage is always like
it's
huge.
the thing you want.
It's the biggest deal.
Yeah. I did read that red mage, apparently is good, which is of course the one mage that is like useful in Eureka, of course, gets the best weapon too.
Best case in the game.
No, I refuse. It's the best one in Eureka, I'll admit. It's that you will get a party very easily if you're a red mage.
Yeah, but it's also the best in the whole.
Okay. But I mean, so it's all about the glamour for relics now. I think we just have to admit that. That's just how it is now. Relics are, with Eureka, they sort of put the final nail in the coffin for a good
so far.
relic.
I won't say that that's in Untitled. Because of the delays, maybe
we'll see.
It's lower than it should be. I don't know.
We'll see. But I'm not holding my breath. But it'll probably be good by the end of the expansion, as like usual.
I just don't care anymore.
No.
I'll do them anyways. But...
Yeah. So you'd want it for the glamour, I guess. That's what you want it for now.
Do I even want them for the glamour? Not real. Like, I would. Maybe it depends on what the last step says. So actually, here's an interesting point that me and one of my friends was talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it more comes to do with the glamour at the last step.
Yeah.
As I was saying, it would be really hard for them to keep one-upping themselves with glowing weapons that glow more and more because
Yeah.
they're the only Final Fantasy game that's ever had to do that, right?
Yeah.
Endgame Final Fantasy weapons are always endgame in a single-player game.
Mm-hmm.
The coolest looking weapon is just the best weapon. That's just how it is.
And 11 had
11 didn't have glowing weapons.
they looked like
didn't
kitchen
have,
utensils.
right. They didn't have any room for particle effects or any of that stuff, obviously.
Mhm.
So this is the first Final Fantasy game that's gonna have to deal with one-upping itself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he said, what if they just took it in a different direction and made each final step a different type of glamour look? Like the original Zeta is very simple. It's like hard lines. It's not crazy amount of glow, but it's like more interesting, like specific glows. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like for a sword, it would just be the edge of the blade that glows or something, rather than just a massive.
well, and I mean that's how the Zetas kind of are. Some of them. Black Mage 1 is just like the ring around the top. Like they're more simple glows, right?
Yeah.
The Animas, Lux, are a lot of them seem like they're kind of fiery, you know, that fire particle effect kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This next one is going towards color changing. So what if by the end it's like rainbow colored or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or this is the one that has a dyeable glow. The other ones don't have dyeable glows or something. So
That would
building,
make it much
Mm-hmm.
building each relic towards a different type of glamour at its last step. Or if you like any of the steps in between, replica, of course. But if you like the final steps, them going a different route, a different type of glow or something like that, so they don't have to compete with themselves constantly. Which I think is actually a really cool idea.
Or making it just constantly so much bigger than the old one that it will cover just limps. It will just be blinding.
Sure.
It's gonna look so fucking gaudy.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
Yeah, I like the subtle glows more. I don't like the because oh my god, what's it called? The Nexus one, I think. With the ring. I like the ring effect. But then they added like this extremely bright, I think it's the brightest glow in the game. And it just especially the White Mage one. I don't like that one. Which I think I had that as a glamour too, which is ironic very recently because I wanted the rings. I forgot how fucking bright it is. But yeah, I agree. They would have to. I don't know how they would continue this trend.
Instead of focusing so much on the weapon itself, maybe if they changed animations for spells or the colors of them.
What?
So when you're using the relic, your spells cast in a different way, so you look cool or something.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, simple stuff like that would work. I get what he's saying. It's like simpler changes.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about how realistic that would be if they would do that much.
It's not realistic because it's going to be just a bright glow. But you know, we're here to speculate.
That's true. That's true.
This is what would
it
make
would be
it
very
better.
cool. I agree.
Yeah, that was kind of an off-track thing, but I was basically just thinking about how they can't keep competing with themselves with glows. So that
no, they can't.
Random off-topic thought.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the topic. So we talked about the weapons. So I think we just
make them better.
Make them better.
Make them better.
However, yeah. Now, content-wise, Eureka is after like another week of Eureka. I've finally sort of. I mean, I like. Okay, so again, I don't mind mind-numbing grinding. I'm just used to it. I have like Netflix on while I do it, and that's fine. It'll get me through it. But I've also now come to realize that it's just if we get another map with that, having to grind another 20 levels.
Oh god, no.
I'm not doing that. So they would need more content.
This is casual content for the next year and a half.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Kill me now.
Is that combat in 14, just hitting something and doing a rotation, gets very boring.
Yeah.
You need to be doing mechanics in order for it to stay fun.
And Eureka, the NMs have the void AoE mechanics, and some of them have you kill some other mobs or something. But for the most part, they're super fucking basic.
Yeah.
And
they're
it's
fates.
just
you can't make fates that interesting, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's like no, like you guys said, you need like interesting mechanics. You need something like I don't know, fucking stop doing your rotation and pick up something and transport it.
Yeah.
But it's just if the other map is this again, then I'll say it's a total failure. I'll call Eureka a failure.
It's not a
right
failure.
Now, I won't.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
not a failure yet, but it's
That's fair. Mm-hmm.
I won't yet. But if this is just it, and they don't diversify what you can do, maybe what you can get, and how you go through it, then it's. I'm not gonna do that. No,
I do have some hope in that, is because they did say intentionally a little while back that they're like, this is an easy step and it's to get people acquainted with Eureka. So them saying that gives me some hope that they will find a way to make things more interesting.
Because it is very basic right now. It's like just feeling of just everything is very basic. So that is intentional, I think. So
I mean, even the weapons, like just having the same weapon 3 times and then it looks different on the last step. It's all very basic.
Yeah.
So I think this is hopefully the framework for a bigger system.
They're dipping their toe in the water. They're testing. So I don't know if what's the right thing to do to make it so barren. And I'm very confused by how did they not see the fate trains coming? Or did they?
Yeah.
Did they intend? Because did they intend for fate trains? Surely they must have some data on this, like from the previous. The game has been out for 4 or 5 years now, so you would think that they knew. Like we've had fate trains before. Fate trains were normal back in A Realm Reborn days, and Atma. Because that is what kills it for a lot of people. Because it's like back to that again, back to the fate trains, which again I don't really mind, but it's going like doing it fate trains. Fuck, you level like a bitch. You level fast.
It's the only thing I've been doing now.
Yeah, it's the only way.
So I haven't done it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the only way to level in Eureka. If you do single mobs, sure, but it'll take forever. You'll be done by like patch 6.5.
You'll have a lot of protein crystals, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll have a lot of protein crystals.
Yeah, because at level 1, it's more efficient to just join a party with your level 1 friends. Like you can have an 8-man level 1 party. Avoid the mobs if you can, and just follow the fate trains and try to hit the NMs.
Yeah,
and then you'll get like 3,000 XP, which is a ton for your level. And it's like, why wouldn't you?
So yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what actually are we done with that part? I just don't want to like shift the conversation.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So the biggest part for me and the biggest improvement that Eureka needs, in my opinion, is party matching and anything related to party matching.
Oh God, yes.
Because I get into Eureka and it's content you're supposed to do with your friends, right? That's what they said originally. It's like group content. It's meant to focus on the community of the game, right? So I go into a Eureka and I'm like, hey, I'm with my friends. We need a group, or I need to make my own group, which is surprisingly not that easy. Because people are like, if somebody says I need an invite, they're gonna get an invite immediately or whatever. And if you're looking for more than one person, it's almost impossible for you guys to end up in the same party, or to be like, guys, I need a party with 2 spots, and nobody cares.
Can you give me a lead? Can you give me a lead? I need to invite someone.
Right. It's like, just have a PF so me and my friends can go, oh look, there's 4 empty spots in that party. Let's join that party.
Yeah.
Like it's more efficient to actually just go in there on your own and join some random party and not be with your friends.
Yeah.
Which I find extremely frustrating.
It is. I totally agree. It's really infuriating, especially like, 'cause this is very common. Like you're, let's say a friend logged on before you entered Eureka, and you're like, okay, I'll join you, I think, because I'll just need to go through all these instances, and we've talked about this in the previous episode, but my goodness, why is there no party finder or something like equivalent to that as well? Like, they need that.
I mean, you can use the party finder outside. And then you can queue in. And sure, I know people say, well, isn't that the exact same thing? Should that? Well, no, because that's not where people are forming parties, right? That's not where people are forming parties. So yes, technically, everything I'm saying can happen. You can make certain parties outside of Eureka.
Yeah.
The fact is, go open your party finder. There maybe is like a couple tops for Eureka, and there's not probably going to be these interesting parties that you're looking.
It is very strange.
We can send tells in there. Come on. Why can't we do party finder? We can't sell tells in dungeons. I don't know. Like just
That's true. I mean, it's so weird. PS3. It's PS4 limitations now. Remember.
PS4
You gotta kill. Fuck the PS4.
Kill it.
I'm sure this is again. Remember, they're like talking about like cross world free companies and all that. So I'm sure we'll get this someday. They'll implement something. Aren't there like tabs that are grayed out when you open it? I just realized now there are like two tabs because the adventure list is on the right and the party list is on the left, and there are two tabs in the middle.
They're all there.
Why?
Yeah, like friends list.
Yeah,
it's
friends list is there, but you can't
And
open your
black
friends
list.
list in there. Oh, and the black list, of course. Why don't they have a new? They changed the name of the right tab,
From
but they
player search.
didn't make a new window.
Well, because it follows the same thing. It's player search. It's the same. It's the
But
same
there's no
general
search.
thing. And there is no search, but it's like looking for players in your zone. So it's kind of the same.
God, that is so infuriating. Like that, there's no search. It pisses me off. Okay.
I'll also be like to be able to see stuff like my free company while I'm in there.
Yeah, that too.
Because it acts
Really-
like a zone, but it's like not a zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, because you're not
strange.
even affiliated with your FC. There's no FC tag or anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's talk about like what they can do then, content-wise, to make Eureka. So we've talked about that system with Party Finder and all that. Is there anything they could do? Do you feel like I feel like the Magia board is a bit? I don't want to use the
It's
word
just there for the
useless,
sake of being there.
but it feels like it's a gimmick that's not really needed in Eureka. I feel like the elemental thing really doesn't mean all that much at least when you're high level.
And you know what I've heard people saying?
What?
They're like, oh, I want it to be like for like status resistances and stuff. That doesn't sound like any different to me. That just sounds like another. I don't know how they're supposed to make the Magia board interesting. I really don't, because I'm looking at it and I'm going, how would I make? I can't think of anything that would make that better. It's just so basic.
It's so weird, and it feels. It's weird too because they had such a good idea with Deep Dungeon and with the Pommanders and all.
Yeah.
Pommanders? How do you say it?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's cool and unique. Why can't we have something like that in Eureka? You could literally rip that from Deep Dungeon and put it into Eureka and maybe tune it a bit, and it would be a lot more fun and interesting.
That's actually a really cool idea, because what would you get from your Eureka chests then? Probably Pommanders, which would make those useful.
Yeah.
If you want to open them. I mean, they're dropping Eureka potions soon from those, so that's a thing. But yeah, no, I can't. The Magia board as it currently is, it's like somebody said in chat, it feels like White Mage Lilies. It feels like something that's there, and it does. On paper, it serves a function and a useful function, but in gameplay, it's not actually useful or serving a function.
No,
Mhm.
I don't even like. I barely bother to spin it now. But it's I just realized that we're streaming at 60 FPS for no reason. I just realized. I just noticed that the logo is spinning at 60 FPS. Well,
oh my God, it's so
whatever.
silky
That's a
smooth.
smooth logo.
So
That's a
smooth.
I'm so sorry about the lag. If you get any lag. Yeah. Okay. So content wise, so the Magia board feels like content that just doesn't work as intended. I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, we don't know. That's just how do you fix that? But they should.
Get rid of it.
What?
If it doesn't work, get rid of it.
Do you think they would do that though? Would they really?
No, they would.
They would never get rid of it. But I
They would.
agree.
No. I mean, that would
But I totally
admit
agree.
defeat. Yeah.
Hey guys, instead of nerfing the game, like they're nerfing the Magia board. What if it wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, no way. The problem wouldn't exist.
So so we talked about dailies possibly being a thing that could work in there, and I still agree that would be good. It gives you an incentive to enter Eureka other than grinding Animus crystals, which is really
I would love
boring.
that. I
Yeah.
don't go in there unless I'm planning on spending a few hours in there. So it
Yeah.
would be nice to be like, oh, I can go in there for 30 minutes, 20 minutes and just do a few things, make a little experience and leave. you
Yeah,
know?
because we've repeated that this is casual content, but really you have to spend a lot of time in there
Mhm.
if you want any progress. So it's not as casual perhaps as we.
It's hardcore casual.
It's
That's what I'm saying
It's
since
very
day one. It's
hardcore casual. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
People
For
who
sure.
want to spend a lot of time.
yeah. So yeah, dailies would definitely be cool. Maybe they wouldn't put beast tribes in there, but that would be interesting. But they could.
Sightseeing walk.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a one-time thing, but I mean, that would
Sightseeing, though,
incentivize
yeah. Hey.
exploring.
Getting
or
animals
you
crystals for completing entries.
Leaves.
Yeah,
leaves.
Hey, yes. I think leaves would fit
It
very
is-
well because it's old school content. So put some more 1.0 in there. Just don't you dare put mithril eye logos as rewards for leaves, because I will kill everyone. Yeah, leaves, totally do that. And it will make sense.
Shared leaves. Leaves you can share. By
Yeah,
the
but
way.
you can
That's-
share. You can share
the
all
same
leaves.
normal. Yeah, same as normal leaves.
Yeah. Just don't make Eureka leaves. One player only.
Eureka leaves. They're so special and different, just like this art.
Yeah, they have like because remember the free company ones? No, grand company ones. They're single only, right?
They are actually.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah. Open world dungeons. We've talked about that as well. That would be a welcome addition. Just leave activated open world dungeons like they had in 1.0, where you just picked up a leave and the leave took place inside the dungeon. That's a very easy way to make content. Just make this. You can have it copy paste if you want. Just do a full one. Just go all in on the 1.0 aesthetic, and then
there were some neat parts in 1.0.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
You've seen it in SoH. We've seen that.
I would play it. But...
but yeah, if you have a leave, you can like just add objectives, and it's very easy to add into the game because the mobs are already around there. So you just kill these and come back.
Oh, another thing. I think they need to find a way to incentivize cooperation, because right now, I mean, at least how it was at the beginning when people were just killing mobs. There was no reason for you to stand near anyone else or to help anybody else, because it was detrimental to everybody.
Yeah, it was a competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you pit all these players against each other when they're trying to reach the same goal? Pretty much, just like make it easier for people to work together.
The fact that you're penalized for other people's amount of damage is absurd to me.
Yeah.
The fact that if somebody else is doing a lot of damage, you will get less experience for that.
Yeah, I agree. I see
weird design decisions.
I see Hamlet Defense appearing in chat like a lot now. We've already also mentioned that. That would also be good. A lot of 1.0 content would fit oddly well in Eureka, which is
I'm down with leaves as long as we all get the same reward if in the party. That's the problem I have with current leaves ATM.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
Because right now, only the leave owner gets the reward.
Yeah.
So
you can pick up the chests and stuff.
Yeah, you can.
Your own unique chest rewards. But yeah, I agree. That would need to be implemented for sure.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
That would be a benefit of. That would be a thing of cooperation right there. You're out of leaves. Meet a friend.
Like they did in 1.0. That's exactly what people did in 1.0, because you only had like 4 leaves per day, and they were like, we need to share leaves, and then we're like, yeah, let's do that. Bring it back. Bring it back. Come on. Make my channel relevant. So again, Hamlet Defense, we talked about Chocobo, the caravan escort that belongs to that is also content. It's so easy. It's so easy, guys. Come on. We can make. Just let us do. Let's hire us,
guys. We're so much better developers than Yoshi. Now you're my dad's hot lead developer. I'm better. I'm smarter.
Yeah.
We're the best armchair developers.
Sorry, I'm getting mean to the comments again. I'm sorry.
Oh god, the comment section on this one's gonna be toxic. What were we talking about? Hamlet Defense, the Chocobo thing. Yeah, basically just add more stuff.
Yeah.
And it has
Disciples of the Land in there. Why not?
Yeah, that's controversial. Because they don't really need Animus Crystal. I feel like Animus Crystals is like the base reward for everything in here. Like, because that's what you're working for, the relic. So I don't know what I guess you could get
scripts and Animus Crystals.
You don't even need Animus Crystals for the relic though, right?
No, only for the relic gear if you want the last.
Which means I'm never going to use an Animus Crystal ever.
You will. No. You convert them. You go to Geralt and convert them. So,
but I just mean you'll never need one. I'll never need one.
Oh yeah, if you get enough Proteon crystals. But I mean, Animus Crystals gives you like between 2 to 5.
I'll just never use one. Like I'll never use it for its other purpose. Its main purpose. Because I'm never going to do the gear, right?
Right.
So I was like thinking, I was saving all my animals crystals, being like, "Oh, I gotta finish my weapon." And somebody's like, "No, you just need feathers." I was like, "Oh."
Well, you still need the animals. Still need the protean crystals, which you can get from the animals crystals. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but you don't. If you don't want the gear, then you don't need a lot of those. Okay. So did we get any good suggestions in chat? I haven't paid attention because we've switched chat now.
They've been saying some good stuff. I've stolen some of it.
Oh my God, Rollo! How dare you? How dare you?
I've been paying attention to it though. You guys are doing good.
Yeah, there's the expedition log NPC that doesn't talk much. Yeah, what does that NPC do?
Well, nothing.
Do you think that's got a future purpose?
No.
Maybe.
No. It's just a dumb NPC with a dumb name.
Most of them. Does the Calamity Salvager have a different story?
Talks when you have the level 17 quest done, does it? Okay, I haven't talked.
That's what I was gonna say. He seems like a quest. He logs the quests. Because there's no cutscenes and way to like rewatch these cutscenes. He's the one who's gonna be like, "You remember that time at level 3?
Yeah.
When Crow made you go find a feather in a bed, and he went, "Whoa, it's a magicite," or something.
Yeah.
Whatever that quest was.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure that's all it's gonna be.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the last boss in the game.
Could be. He could be Zodiac in disguise.
Zodiac.
Yeah. Okay.
Make Eureka not bad.
Hashtag and get it trending right now.
Wow. I'll have no part in that.
Disclaimer, I don't mind Eureka.
Me neither.
I'm fine.
I just haven't done it. I just haven't done it because I would rather be playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough.
That's why I haven't done it.
But I mean, we're gonna have this content for a long ass time, so there's no rush.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Well, some would say that there's a rush because of
what?
If you get too far behind, it's gonna be blah 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 blah.
Oh, that's true. But no, it's not a big deal.
It's gonna be easy to overcome.
Dude, I did a level. I'm level 19, and I did I just asked for a group, and there was like a level 4 in the party with like a level 18. Doesn't matter. They don't care. They'll just invite you regardless. Okay, let's.
As long as you're a red mage.
As long as you're a red mage.
Which I only play red mage in.
Yeah, me too. Oh, also, I've met so many people who recognize me it is very freaky. But it's very nice. I like you. Okay, let's do minimum eye level. Let's do it. Let's just do a minimum eye level now, guys.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So we did Hullbreaker Isle. Hullbreaker Isle came out in patch 2.3. It's a light party dungeon. How did you guys remember how that went?
No.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, yeah, but I'm talking more about the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Not about the shit we talk about, because that's...
There's some...
Don't you remember we died a lot near the end, I remember, because you started doing mega pulls, remember? You started pulling like crazy, and then...
I don't remember it all.
You'll remember it when you see it. It's level 50. The eye level sinks you to 110, but I don't know what the minimum eye level is. It doesn't say. It's 90, I think it was. I think because I got a one-handed. You'll see it in the video, but I got like a one-handed Mog thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because it's complicated. You'll see it in the video. It was a whole process.
That's become a thing now. We always switch our glamours to the dungeon we're doing.
I guess.
Mine got a little complicated and very dumb. Very, very dumb. Time limit, 90 minutes as usual. It's on the level 50 roulette, and the reward is a whopping 50 poetics. Let's take a look at our run of minimum eye level.
Let's go.
Hullbreaker Isle. That was minimum eye level. That was, of course, awful as usual. Just awful.
I'm offended. We
aim to disappoint.
Flavor Town every day, baby.
Okay. Let's look at some MogMail, and again, you're not gonna get an in-game message or get invited to a party. It's just
check your mail,
a small troll in the intro, so beware.
We're gonna play it twice.
Check your mail.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be played twice. Oh, there we go. Okay, welcome back to MogMail. Let's just jump into our first one. This one's from Spiffy Ferguson from Fairy.
I like the name.
Yeah, what differentiates Final Fantasy XIV for y'all? Besides friends and time sunk into the game, what keeps you coming back to this game as opposed to the infinite other MMOs? I know for me, the Final Fantasy brand drew me in, but what kept me playing is being able to do everything on one character. I'm curious what it does for you, beautiful boys. Stay fabulous, Spiffy.
For me, pretty much the exact same thing you just said.
Yeah.
I'm a fanboy. I'm a shitty little fanboy who likes every Final Fantasy, including 2 and 13 and 15. So like every Final Fantasy game, it's like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a tool.
And the same thing, doing everything on one character. So giving me that option is can't keep me around.
Definitely the biggest pull is the one character, all jobs thing. Because I can't tell you how many times I've played like an MMO or a game or something, be like, oh, this character looks cool from the intro, and just plays like, this is fucking boring, and I don't want to make a new character.
Yeah.
So the story's good too. Well, not for 2.x, but
no, it's great.
All the story's good, Rollo. Please respect the whole
It has
story.
its yeah. Mala?
Orange caramel, really.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a serious answer, or is it really orange caramel? Is that where you're going to go out on? That's going to be your official stance. You're playing for orange.
I mean, yeah, Final Fantasy is cool. Yeah, doing everything on one character is cool, but I like the people I play with.
Yeah.
It would be the same if we played any other MMO.
That is true. Yeah,
he said besides friends, gosh, man.
But it's the main reason.
I agree. I mean, no. Well, I am also a big Final Fantasy fanboy, so there wouldn't be any other MMO for me. But I mean, I even played through Final. I stuck with 1.0 because it was Final Fantasy. So I would, but the social aspect is a big part of it too. It wouldn't be the same. I'll say that if I was just alone on 14. Which I know there are. Some people just like playing this as almost like a solo game where they just stick to themselves. I wouldn't be able to do that, but yeah.
I'd probably quit.
Yeah, I probably would too. Because, I mean, that's like the final incentive for me. If 14 was to go down the shitter, like for real, the only thing that would keep me there were the people I play with. If they left, it would have been...
People still play 11, so shut up.
Exactly. Yeah. I love 11. I like 11. 11.
Go play it.
I don't think I can go back there.
11 stream happening next time, guys. Watch out.
Yeah. Okay. So we should have actually taken this one first. So thank you to Spiffy for that message, that mail. Also, remember, you can send in your own MogMail to us, speakersxav.com/MogMail. This one is long. This is a long one. And it is about Eureka. So let's also we have to remember to pull the new minimum eye level thing.
Yeah.
I've
Thank you, Miguel.
I can't talk.
Just thank you.
This one's from Lucius Pentagon from Malbro. Regarding Eureka, I believe the major problem with the gear eye level is related to the fact that it was delayed and should have been released at the beginning of 4.2. Then the eye level wouldn't have been so bad and would have been a good start up gear for raiding. Knowing the eye level will be capped at eye level 370 until 4.4 and the relic gear will probably see an upgrade to this eye level, I would assume it will be best in slot gear by the end of 4.3 and the start of 4.4, so saying it's trash just yet is a bit prematured. It seems like it because it was released late into the patch, so those who are also raiding in a raiding lull in 4.3 will have something else to work on to prepare for 4.4 new raid tier. So in the end, I believe it won't be so bad, not to mention that at 20, it becomes a lot easier to make multiple sets as opposed to Mendacity or Diamond at the moment, so I believe the relic gear will catch up with the content in the next patch, and I think we should all give it a chance, and I think it has a lot of potential for creative content, so I really look forward to what Eureka has in store for us, and hope not to be disappointed. Love your podcast. Whew. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we said.
More or less.
He mentions a good point, though, that once you've hit 20 and you've got your relic on one class,
That's
it's
true.
a lot easier to get all the other relics.
Yeah, because remember,
patches,
Mendacity is on a lockout, so you can't really. Yeah, that's
but even
true.
the other relics, you have to start them all from scratch and work up. Whereas this one, you can really easily push through quite a few.
That's a good point.
So actually, it's not even. That's actually quite a good drawing for Eureka.
I would almost say it's the easiest relic to get.
After doing it once, yeah. It's the easiest step to get all the relics.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the whole thing about the weapons, of course, it's always been that way and continue to be. They'll always be the better weapons in those weird off patches, and it will be the best weapon at the end of all of Stormblood for those 2 weeks. It'll be best in slot or whatever.
Yeah.
So yes, you're not wrong, but it doesn't matter. They're still shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like we already discussed a lot of that, but thank you to Lucius Pentagon. That was
thanks.
It was a large letter. It was very heavy. Our poor Moogle. Next one's from Furbal Snuffs. This is from Zodiark. Greetings, speakers. So it's a 2-part question, and guess what? The first half we have already answered. It's the question. TM. Is there any chance of getting some kind of guide on how to get a 1.0 client running for for exploration purposes? No. But you can find it online. Just Google it. It's literally the first hit on Google if you Google it. But the second part is the most important one, and one that I intend to expand upon. You inspired me to do minimum eye level runs with my FC, and it's been a blast. I pose you a challenge for when you get Orm Veil, though. We did it with only accessories and weapon equipped. Can you do it with even less? Oh. So that's a good idea, but I have a better idea. Remember the time I showed the spinning wheel? I have an idea. We can put modifiers on this wheel. So we pull a dungeon, and then we spin the wheel, and the wheel will land on a modifier that, say, one of them can say, like, only accessories, or remove this and that, and this, or do it like this, or swap. Like, there's a lot you can put in there, and it will make the runs more interesting, because we are steamrolling through most of these dungeons. And I think we should do that. It will make the runs more exciting, and not just a 15-minute run through an old dungeon.
Yes, we're gonna do strip tanking.
Though I have to say one thing: we cannot swap classes. I know a lot of people keep talking about that, but we can't. Like, Rollo and Yas only have like one class on there, so
I mean, I have warrior.
Stop talking about your warrior. You'll never get that one high enough.
Hey, wait, no, I'm leveling Astrologian to 70 eventually, so yeah, I could be a healer.
See, you'll do it. I won't. That's the difference.
Yeah, so I think we'll do that. I don't think we'll do it this week because I need to I haven't put it on the wheel, so we need to, sort that out. But I think we'll do that next week. So if you have any suggestions, you can let us know. I don't know where, but one day. If you just put it in chat, maybe I'll pick some up, put them down on the list. So with that, I think we've reached the end of the episode. Do stay tuned though, because the post show is coming up, and we're going to talk about Alamigo. Lore Master Rollo is on that. Remember to follow
Master Rollo. We praise you.
Remember to follow us at twitter.com/speakersxiv, facebook.com/speakersxiv, youtube.com/speakersxiv, exclamation Discord in chat to get the link to our Discord. And if you're watching this on demand, link is in the description. We're also on Twitch now, live only on Twitch, twitch.tv/Speakers of Highland. We're going to pull the dungeon now.
We want those Twitch bucks. Give us those Twitch bucks. We're rich now.
How dare you assume that it's because of the Twitch bucks?
God, I wish.
Okay, here we go. Place your bets, as usual. There's no point in it.
I'm going to guess... Fuck, what's that dungeon?
Dusk Vigil.
I was thinking that as well, Dan.
Oh my god, that's gonna be nightmarish.
The fucking Saint Saint
Mosian's Arboretum.
Okay.
Yeah, Arboretum.
I'm gonna go for Copperbell Mines.
I'm gonna go Orm Veil. This could be the time we actually get Meme Veil.
No, please no.
Well, I mean, our destiny has been picked, and it is. Oh no! Oh my God! It's the fractal continue.
Oh baby!
I'm okay with that.
It's the normal mode of the dungeon we keep running fucking all the time.
Fractal
It'll be good. People will get to see, where we came from and where we're at.
It's Never Reap's sister dungeon.
3.1, everyone.
Vote abandon, everyone.
If you vote
Wait, was that 3.0 or? Was that 3.0 or 3.1?
That was 3.0.
3.0. Yeah.
3.0, the best.
3.0.
It was 3.0 because that was why everyone hated it, because it was during the content drop. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the post show. You don't have to switch anymore because we're only on the Twitch. We'll be back in a little bit with the post show. We're talking about not Aurum Vale, but we're talking about
oh God.
Al Amigo. We'll see you then. Until then, bye.
Send us MogMail.
Speaker6iv.com/MogMail.